What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV. Hi, thanks so much for joining in. You're watching Ask Profit on NDTV Profit. It's the last edition of Ask Profit for this year. And it is also Mahima Vajrajani's birthday. So happy birthday. I think a lot of people would agree you've got the best birthday in the year.
Absolutely.
The whole world is celebrating.
Yes, thank you so much, Alex.
So you can send her happy birthday greetings on the message on the number that should be flashing on your screen very quickly. I'm sure a lot of you would want to wish her. And you can maybe call us and message her, or rather speak to her directly and wish her on the phone line as well, because that's the number that will soon flash on your screen. All right, on that note, let me take you through how the markets are faring right now. It's looking like a little bit of a somber end to 2024, and you're seeing cuts of about 0.5% as we speak on the Nifty 50. Broader markets also looking a little wobbly at this juncture, and let's pull that up and see how it's looking right now. You have 0.8% lower for the mid-cap index, about 0.4% or so for the small-cap index, as a result of which the advanced decline ratio very firmly tilted in favor of the declines at this juncture. It has in fact closed a little bit over the course of the session so far. In terms of the key indices, take a look at where the sectoral performers are, and right in the bottom of the screen you're looking at IT, which is down about 2.5% or so, a significant underperformance on that front in trade today, and that really should give you a picture of what is coming through. Perhaps to a certain extent there is an inkling that the quarter that we're just getting past is not going to be a great one for the IT companies based on everything that was being factored in. 0.8% cuts for the realty index as well, a little bit under pressure so far this week. You have cuts of about 0.7% for the media index, which is, by the way, the worst performer in 2024. Pharma is up about 0.2% or so, but for the year so far, it really is the best performing sector. And the PSU banking index is the only other index that is more or less in the green, up about 0.33% or so as we speak. Any individual stocks that are standing out?
Absolutely. Some stocks, which are kind of bucking the trend is RVNL or Mazagon Dock. Both of them on the back of order wins. RVNL emerged as an L1 bidder for a central railway project of around 137 crores. For RVNL, it's like every other day new order win, and the stock is just, running in trade. Yeah. It's up 5% as we speak. The next one is Mazagon. It did see a good uptick in early start of trade today, but it's down around 2.3%. But it has signed a contract with MOED Air Independent Propulsion Plug, and the contract is worth 1990 crore. Another stock which is not doing very well is Ease My Trip, where as per sources to Bloomberg, the co-founder is set to sell 14% stake for around 780 odd crores. The stock is seeing a lot of pressure, down around 7.8%. Pratap Snacks is another counter which is not faring out well in trade today, because the Jammu manufacturing unit did catch a fire, and then management has reported that there is damaged inventory, machinery as well as building and furniture. The stock did see a downtick in the start of the trade, but it has come off from its day's lows, trading around 0.7% lower. Adani Wilmar is also seeing some pressure today after the transaction that has taken place. Adani will exit the Wilmar JV, and JP Morgan has maintained underweight on the counter with a target price of 320. It's down around 7% as we speak.
Let's introduce our experts for the day. We've got Mr. G. Chokalingam as well as Swati Hotkar joining in. Compliments of the season, and let me in advance wish you both a very, very happy new year 2025. And actually, before we go to our first caller, Naveen has already called us. Naveen, I'll come to you in just a bit. But I'm curious about what Mr. Chokalingam has to say about how the markets are right now, how valuations are. Because when we spoke to you, Mr. Chokalingam, earlier in the year, you said that things are looking a little uncomfortable. I think we must have spoken mid-August or maybe even before that when we were at the peaks. And you were saying that you don't see anything that is worthy of putting money in at that moment, right? Has that changed? Are you looking at certain pockets where opportunities arise heading into the new year?
Certainly. Before that, I wish your colleague a very happy birthday. God may bless her, great health and a lot of happiness.
Thank you so much,
Mr. Chokalingam.
So definitely it has changed because the market structure itself has changed. I was very nervous 5-6 months back on the small cap because when we spoke at that time, the small and mid caps were at the peak of their valuations. So today the whole market cap has come down close to 50 lakh crore from the peak, and 2/3 of that fall is from the small and mid cap stocks. And as I said last time also, within SMC, small and mid cap segment, you have two categories. One, the consumption driven like new age companies with a PE of 80, 100 when the profit is growing at 20-30%. Then you have a quality stocks where valuation comfort zone is there, but they were not commanding that kind of PE. So both of them corrected, but the farmer one has corrected even 30-70%. Like if you look at the Spandana Finance, there are many overvalued stocks have corrected or crashed, whereas the quality stocks have fallen anywhere 5-20% on an average. So therefore, my view has changed. I think this is a time to go after quality small and mid cap stocks. Not only the valuation, there is one more reason to believe the FIs may not come back to the market even in January. Most of them would wait for the budget presentation before taking a big call on India. So therefore, we need to bank on only the domestic investors. Interestingly, even now, around 10 lakh new investors are coming to the market every week. And in my view, majority of them would buy small and mid cap stocks. So therefore, I believe that in the short term, this is the time to look at quality small and mid cap stocks. The phenomenal wealth once again can be created by end of 2025 calendar year.
Right.
I believe in it.
Okay, so we'll come back to you on individual names. For now, let's very quickly turn to the bumper listing of the day. Unimech Aerospace listed at a premium of 90%. We caught up with the management on how they plan to use the funds that they've raised. Listen in.
So we are a high mix, low volume product manufacturer, predominantly into aerospace tooling and ground support equipment and precision components. So the two offerings are aero toolings and ground support equipments, predominantly for commercial aviation. Now we are expanding to defense sectors as well. And coming to precision components, we cater to aerospace, defense, energy and semiconductor industries. They are kind of very high complex and high volume, low volume in nature, and also they come with sub-assemblies and subsystems kind of offerings. And coming to proceeds, we are raising 250 crore of fresh issue, and out of which we are using it for working capital and capex purposes. Capex happens in two phases actually. The first phase with a lot of CNC machines, equipments, and the building, the infrastructure, those aspects, and the second tranche comes in next to 12 to 18 months.
All right, well, that was the management of Unimech Aerospace. The stock did have a bumper listing of 90%. It's up around 74% right now. So it's come off a bit, but still trading 74% higher. Let's move on to our first caller for the day. Naveen from Vizag is calling in. Naveen, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Good morning, Mahima, and first of all, happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Naveen.
So I have 700 shares of SpiceJet at around 63 price. Just want to understand a view for the next 1 year. I want to hold it for around 1.5 year.
1.5 year, okay. And when you bought it, did you see the fundamentals of the company?
So my intention was to buy that stock is like as aviation industry is picking up, already Indigo has given a good run up, and the SpiceJet is also planning for a comeback. So in that way, like I'm actually buying the stocks at an average price of 63, multiple sets by bought it.
All right. Okay, Mr. Chokalingam, I'll come to you on this one. Swati, sorry for keeping you waiting, but since this is a fundamental question, your view on SpiceJet as well as the entire aviation space.
Aviation sector has got a fantastic outlook in India. There is no doubt about it. But SpiceJet, all of us know that it has got its own problem in terms of debt and also the profitability. There is some amount of risk in this, but definitely, there has been a restructuring in terms of shareholding pattern. To some extent, restructuring is happening on the balance sheet as well. And therefore, there is a possibility of this stock bouncing back substantially in a time frame of 1 to 2 years. But it comes with the risk, because by any chance oil price jumps substantially, then the progress of this particularly little stressed company would be impacted. If oil price crashes, I am sure that will help weak companies like our SpiceJet to come back in a big way. So it's a hold or even buy for little risk-taking investors.
Bear in mind, of course, that consolidation has taken place in the aviation industry. 63 odd % of the share is controlled by Interglobe Aviation, and about 24 odd %, if I remember correctly, is controlled by Air India, which now is also inclusive of Vistara. Let's get our next question in. We've got Ekambaraya, who's writing in from Hyderabad and asking about KPI Tech, which he's bought at levels of 1,420. He's looking at a 1-year time frame. He's just about in the green, nosing ahead. But the question is to you, Swati, would you hold?
First of all, good afternoon and good morning, everyone. And Mahima, wish you many happy returns of the day. And in advance, happy new year to all my viewers and the NDTV Profit team.
Thank you so much.
Coming towards the KPIT Technology, definitely the counter looks really good on the technical front. On a larger degree, we are witnessing that the stock is under the correction mode and it's facing a strong resistance of 1500 above levels. So as long as it sustains below that level, the view will remain cautious for a shorter period of time. But over a period of time, if you're looking for a 1.5 year duration purpose, definitely I believe the stock has the strength to reach up to again up to 1600 and 1670 levels on the higher sides. So since the market, your position is at the current market price nearby that level, I will suggest to maintain the strict stop loss of 1400 on a downside, and you can carry your long positions for immediate target of 1600, and about that level 1800 can be seen.
Okay, all right. We've got the next caller. I believe Kunal is calling us from Chennai. Hi Kunal, thanks so much for calling us. How can we help you today?
Hi, firstly, happy birthday to Mahima and happy new year to all of you there.
Thank you so much.
Kunal, happy new year to you too.
Thank you. So I have Hindustan Composite as my share today and 85 in quantity. I'd like to know, I just purchased this yesterday and I'd like to know a 6-month lookout for, what I can expect. I would not mind even adding a few quantities to this share as well.
Okay. What stood out to you? It's a very small company, 815 crore market capitalization, Kunal. So what do you to this stock?
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry.
So it's a very small company. It's not something that a lot of people track. I'm just curious about what drew you to this stock.
The book value, actually. The book value of the share was something very attractive to me, and I took a call based on that. And also, if you look at the EPS, it's not too far from the industry standard, so I thought it was a good share to invest in.
Interesting. So you bought it on the fundamentals, but you've got a very short-term time horizon. Why is that? 6 months?
Because, again, the funds are something that I would like to rotate, so 6 months is what I thought.
Okay. So I got your question. Since it is a fundamental basis based on which you have bought this, let me go to Mr. Choklingam. I don't know if you've got a specific view on Hindustan Composites. It is in the development, manufacture and marketing of friction materials in India. I'm looking at brake lining, clutch facing, disc brake pad. I'm just looking at what the company does. I must confess that I've not really covered the company or looked at it. Have you, and would you say that this is a good investment?
Certainly, people like us cannot miss this kind of stock. No doubt, it's a very deep value stock, Mumbai-based. More than the core operation, it is sitting on a huge investments, very rich investments. It's a good buy also. The only concern is, the value stocks are not taking to a large extent. This market is driven by the young new investors who give a lot of valuation to new age companies and digital companies. So that is the only drawback for this company, whether the attraction would come and people would buy in a substantial way. But otherwise, fundamentally, it's a very sound company. It's smart to identify this company.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Hindustan Composite. We have our next query from Abhineet, who's from Bengaluru. His query is on Tata Power. He has around 150 shares bought at 420 a piece, and he wants to know whether he should average out or hold. Swati, what should be the strategy for Tata Power right now, looking at the charts?
Mahima, the overall view is a little bit cautious because from the last 3 to 4 months, we are continuously witnessing a selling pressure in this particular counter. We have seen a correction from almost 475 to now 385 levels. Now the stock is just entering into the oversold zone. I believe that 380 is the immediate support level. If it's break that level, then we might witness some more correction, which might take a counter towards to 365, 370 levels. Up to that level, the selling pressure likely to be seen. So I will not suggest to average it out at the current market price. Let the stock find out a support at 365, 370 levels. At that level, you can definitely take a average out positions. Upside can be seen only if the stock manages to give the breakout of 400 levels, which is the previous cluster supports level. So the previous supports will become the today's resistance level. So if it manages to give the breakout of that level, then definitely we can see some sort of a reversal in this particular stock, which might take a counter towards to 450 to 470 levels. So as of now, my view is hold. You can average it out on any dips towards to 365 to 370 levels, but not at current market price.
All right, so it's a hold for Tata Power, and 365 is the price where you can, kind of enter and average out, is the view from Swati. We have our next caller, Vishwas from Bengaluru, is calling in. Vishwas, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Hi ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, KPI Green Energy 600 world.
Okay.
Average price 900.
Okay.
Hold or sell, ma'am?
What is your horizon? How long can you keep holding these shares, and when did you buy them?
Madam, short term 6 months, ma'am.
Okay. So 6 months is the time frame that you're looking for, or you bought them 6 months before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Swati, I'll come to you on this one. KPI Green, how does it look on the charts?
Yeah, as of now, the view is a bit cautious. It is just under the consolidation phase within the range of a 750 to 850 levels. Within that 100 point stage, the stock is under the consolidation phase. Volumes are a little bit increasing. Upside, if it manages to give a breakout of 850 levels, then we can witness some sort of a reversal in the trend, which might take a counters towards to 1000 levels also. So I will suggest to hold on this particular counter because it's no need to book your losses because the counter is trading nearby the oversold zone. So over a period of time, we might witness some sort of a reversal in the near future. So it's a hold from my end. If you're getting any rise up to 900 and so levels, you can exit your long positions and book your profits.
Okay, we've got a very interesting name here. The next question is from Xerxes Valentino Cardozo. What a fantastic name you have, Xerxes. You've got a question on Axis Bank. You're holding a significant quantity, 19,873 shares. I hope I'm reading that right. You've bought at a price of 1,170, which is above the current market price, and you've got only a 1-year time horizon. You're sitting on some losses, but you're wondering whether to hold, essentially. It's down about 3.5% in the year to date, or essentially over the last 1 year. Swati, on the charts, what are the kind of prospects for Axis Bank over 1 year?
Yeah, as of now, Alex, I can say that the stock has shown a retracement of whatever the rally we have seen in the start of 2024 from 1000 to 1300 levels. Now the retracement has completed almost 100%. I believe that the stock may find out a support nearby 990 or 1000 levels. So the downside is limited from the current market price. I will suggest to hold on this particular stock. If we are getting a very good momentum into the banking stocks in the large cap back, this will be the one counter who will show the first sign of a reversals, and the upside target I'm looking for initial will be a 1200, and beyond that again 1300 can be tested. So for longer term horizon, definitely it should be a hold into your portfolio.
All right. Xerxes, hopefully that answers your question. You and I have something in common. Both of the names of the people that were named after were called Xerxes the Great and Alexander the Great. So that's trivia for you. Gul from Kerala wants to know about this. By the way, he's wishing you happy birthday.
Yeah.
He wants to know from Mr. Chokalingam the best pharma stock to buy for a 6-month to 1-year time frame. By the way, the pharma index, as I pointed out at the start of the show, has been the outperformer in 2024. The Nifty Pharma Index gaining more than any other sector. Mr. Choklingam, turnaround seems to already have happened for the pharma index as a whole, for the pharma stocks as a whole, but which one would you buy for a 6-month to 1 year time frame?
Yeah, at this juncture, for 6 months to 1 year, considering the relative valuations within the pharma sector, I would strongly recommend FDC Limited. We have a buy recommendation on the stock, and more than 2/3 of the business is from the domestic business, and which is growing in double digit, strong balance sheet, a lot of cash on the books, and I believe FDC most probably should be one of the best stocks to consider.
All right, so that's the view coming in on FTC. We have our next caller, Shrikant from Hyderabad is calling in. Shrikant, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Yeah, actually I'm holding 150 shares of IREDA.
Okay.
From past 6 months. I need to hold it or exit.
Okay. And how long do you want to continue to hold it?
From past 6 months.
No, but time horizon as in way forward, how do you intend to hold it? Another 6 months, 1 year, or for a longer term perspective?
Based on the breakout, if I am holding up to 6 months, what will be the next return in that?
All right. So you want a technical view on this. Swati, I'll come to you on this one. IREDA, how does it look on charts?
Mahima, I guess if I'm not wrong, the client has bought it nearby in the month of the June or July, because at that point of time we have seen a peak of 310 levels. As of now, we have seen already the retracement in this particular counter. The stock was trading in the downward sloping channel. Now it's on the verge of giving the breakout. So downside is very limited from the current market price, because slowly and steadily we are getting a reversal sign on the technical front. On the higher side, as of now, 240 is acting as a crucial support levels, because from the last 3 months, if you check the charts, the stock was not able to manage to give the breakout of the same levels. But I believe, looking towards the technical structure at the current in such kind of a scenario of a market, this particular counter has just hold its levels on the downside. So over a period of time, we are likely to witness a very good amount of breakouts. Any move above 240 level will take down a counter back towards to 270 to 300 levels. So it's a hold from my end. I will suggest to hold on as long as this particular stock holds the level of a 190, can be kept as a stop loss for an immediate target of 270 to 300 levels.
Okay. Hold is a call on IREDA. Shiva is calling us from New Delhi. Shiva, namaskar. How can we help you today?
Hi, Shiva. Hello, hi. So I'm having ATGL shares of around 39 with an average price of about 886.46.
Okay.
Currently, I'm trading at loss. I'm at loss of 6,254.
Got it.
I don't see any news related to Adani Total Gas, specifically.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to hold or sell.
Okay.
I'm thinking of in longer perspective.
Longer perspective. Okay. So, and you bought it based on the fundamentals, I'm sure. Mr. Choklingam, Adani Total Gas hasn't recovered to the high point of the year. And so from that perspective, some people would say is a good opportunity to look at. But what's your perspective on the fundamentals?
Yeah, this valuation is slightly stretched, but one can definitely hold for long term. Adani Total, that's my firm view.
Okay, so let me also go to Swati on the technical level. Since he's bought at slightly elevated levels, 886 or thereabouts. What are the prospects on the charts for the long term?
Yeah, Alex, if you look towards the last 3 to 4 weeks data, the stock has given the foundation of at least 650 levels, and from there onwards, we are witnessing a good amount of a rally. Yesterday, we have seen a very good spike with the volumes, and I believe if such kind of a strength remained intact in at least for coming 1 to 2 trading sessions, as the stock is well placed above the short-term moving average as well. So the immediate support lies at 700. I will suggest to maintain that support level 700 as your stop loss, and you can carry the long positions. And I believe this pullback rally can be extended up to 820 and so levels. So sell on rise strategy should be applied. On the technical front, for a larger degree, I don't believe much more momentum can be seen and good amount of a trend on a higher side can be seen. So it's a sell on rise strategy should be applied on every rise towards to 800 and levels.
Okay, Shiva, hopefully that answers your question. The standard disclaimer that we have to give you is that we just spoke about an Adani Group stock. This is NDTV Profit and part of the NDTV Group owned by the Adani Group. We have to slip into a very quick break. We've got more questions that we've lined up on the other side, and you can also call us to maybe wish Mahima from your end. We'll be back before you know it. Do stay tuned.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profit's research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profit's research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know your company, powered by NDTV Profit's research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know your company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss it.
Hi, welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit. This is a show that gets you answers to all of your stock-related questions. Let me very quickly take you through what's happening with the markets. Since we started this show about half an hour back, we've actually recovered some ground, and we're off the low point of the day, certainly for the Nifty 50. It's about 0.5% higher from the low point of the day. Even the broader markets are actually recovered 0.6% from the low point for the mid-cap index and a little over that for the small cap index. All still trading with cuts at this juncture, but lower than it was before. Let's take the first question on this side of the break. We've got Deepika from Hyderabad who's asking about Bharti Airtel, which she has bought at levels of 1,611. Slightly elevated levels, and so she's incurring a little bit of a loss. She's asking if she should hold or sell. Mr. Chokalingam, on the fundamentals in the telecom space, how do you like Bharti Airtel? It has managed to improve its ARPU, its average revenue per user, by taking those price hikes earlier in the year, and the anticipation is perhaps next year they'll be trying to do more of that. So do you think that earnings will improve, and from that perspective, should you add more at this point?
Certainly, yes. The long-term outlook for mobile telecom looks too good, and Bharti Airtel has been doing quite well in the recent years. However, the stock has rallied a lot, and therefore I would suggest it's a hold for conservative investors, because I am expecting the telecom tariff to be revised upwards steadily over the next 1 to 3 years. Even the government would participate in the rise in the telecom tariff, and there would be a need to improve the fiscal prudence. So telecom sector could be one of the sectors to participate in the upside of telecom revenue. So considering all that, it's a good hold. If there is a small correction, one can buy. Definitely, it's a very safe stock for the conservative investors.
Right, so good to hold is the call on Bharti Airtel from Mr. Chokalingam. We have our next caller. Abhirami from Chennai is calling in. Abhirami, thanks for calling in. How can we help you? Hi Abhirami, can you hear us? Okay, I think we cannot hear her. Let's take our next query from WhatsApp till then. We have taken Deepika's query. Okay, SBI Life is the next counter, and Tara from Pune wants to know as to what will be the expected return from SBI Life by 2028. She wants to put her money, and she's bought it at the levels of 1400 is what she's saying, and she's saying that since then it's been sliding down. Mr. Chokalingam, I'll come to you again on this one. Do you think that she should continue to hold the counter till 2028?
Personally, I have more confidence in stock like HDFC Bank or ITC, for that matter, even Indigo, within the large cap space, to say confidently that one can anticipate a decent return over next 2 to 3 years. That kind of confidence I don't have in the life insurance business, because yes, it's a good stock to hold, no doubt at all. Whether one can definitely make a very decent or impressive return 3 years, I have my own doubt. The competition in the life insurance has increased substantially. And also there is some pressure in the industry on the margin, and this industry is not able to show consistent double-digit growth over the years. So therefore, I would recommend the stocks like HDFC Bank or Indigo or ITC.
All right, so that's the view coming in on SBI Life. I think we have Abhirami back on our line. Abhirami, can you hear us now?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your query about?
I buy Tata Steel in 143 rupees per 100 shares. Can I hold or sell, ma'am? That's mean I suggestions, ma'am.
All right. Do you want a fundamental view on this, or do you want a technical view on this one?
What, ma'am?
Do you want a fundamental view? Do you intend to keep holding this from a longer term perspective?
No, ma'am. I want fundamental view also.
Okay, you want a fundamental view. Mr. Chokalingam, I'll straight away come to you on this one. Tata Steel, what's the view like?
Short-term outlook for steel industry looks a little bleak in India. We have seen the recent data ending with November, October. There's a lot of import of steel product, and exports have come down. The realizations are under tremendous pressure. So I'm negative on Tata Steel in the short term.
Okay. All right, so that's the view on Tata Steel. Abhinami, hopefully that answers your question. CreditAccess Grameen, it's been under a little bit of pressure. In fact, the entire space, the microfinance space, has been under a little bit of pressure, down about 1%. Let's pull up the slightly longer term charts if we can, and that'll give you some perspective, right? So it's down about 44%, and we've got Sundaresan, who's bought at levels of 422. He's still in the green. and it's a doubler for him, but it's down about 44% from even what it was at the start of the year. So, Mr. Chokalingam, would you hold on to something like this if you've acquired at levels of 422?
If I'm not losing money, I would sell the stock because I'm negative on entire microfinance, small finance banks. And that is because the whole industry is going through financial trend. Sector is going through tremendous pressure in terms of growth. So compared to FY24, FY25, it has moderated a lot. So I believe that these kind of businesses will continue to have pressures. So I would maintain the sell rating on CreditAccess.
All right, so that's the view coming in on CreditAccess Grameen. We have our next caller, Sai from Hyderabad is calling in. Sai, thanks for calling in. कैसे मदद करें आपकी?
जी मैंने ये स्टार हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस स्टॉक लिया था एट द रेट ऑफ 21619.
Okay.
तो मुझे 100 शेयर.
ठीक है.
तो मुझे होल्ड करना चाहिए. मैं लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव के लिए रखा था ये स्टॉक, लेकिन 25% लॉस दिखा रहा है अभी.
ओके, आपने कुछ स्टडी किया था ये कंपनी के बारे में इसको खरीदने से पहले?
कंपनी से स्टडी नहीं किया था मैंने.
ओके, ठीक है. मिस्टर चोकलिंगम, आई विल कम टू यू ऑन दिस वन. लॉन्ग टर्म पर्सपेक्टिव फॉर स्टार हेल्थ.
Yeah, you can hold. The stock has already corrected a lot, and of course, it may contradict to what I said for SBI Life. But then, in the case of Star Health, the erosion is huge already, and also it's quite aggressive on growth. So, considering these two factors, one can hold for long term.
Okay, hold for the long term is a view. Hopefully, that answers your question. Sai, right? It was Sai, I think. Yeah, Vinod has got the next question. Spandana Sphoorty is the name of the counter, and Swati, he's asking whether it can be bought at the current price. In fact, he's asking about two counters, but we restricted to one per viewer. So I'm going to stick with Spandana Sphoorty. Would you buy at this point?
Alex, already the stock has shown a very strong retracement in 2024 from 1400 to 320, 330 levels. This year was also not good. Quarterly, the stock has not given a performance, whereas it has just shown a negative marking of 50% on Q-on-Q basis. If we look towards only the price action purpose, definitely risk-reward ratio will be favorable, but there is nothing much trend reversal I can see at the current market price. If you want to play the price action momentum, yeah, definitely then you can go for a long, but strict with this stop loss of 310 rupees on the downside. I'm giving a very tight stop losses, and bounce back rally can be seen up to 400 and 410 levels. There is no major technical setup. I'm looking forward for a longer term horizon. Just for the coming, taking into consideration the price action, you can take a risky bet at the current market price.
Okay, it's been a rank underperformer, down about 70% in the year gone by. We've got Dheeraj calling us from Hyderabad. Hi Dheeraj, good morning to you, and how can we help you today?
Hi sir, good morning. Advance Happy New Year.
Wish you the very same.
Sir, I'm holding MapBy India shares, 55 shares of MapBy India shares at 1845 levels.
Okay.
So at current levels, can I add some more shares? Like the current price is around 1585. So
yeah,
could I add some more shares, like around another 55 to 60 shares at current levels?
So when you bought this, Dheeraj, did you think about the long-term prospects, or did you buy it for a year or less than a year?
Less than a year, sir.
Okay, so it was a tactical call that you made. Unfortunately, the stock has done a little bit, has had a little bit of a poor ride towards the end of this year, and you've lost ground. Let me go across to Swati on the charts then to give you some perspective. Swati, 1844 elevated levels, we know about the fundamental developments in the stock as a result of which it lost ground. But would you suggest making further purchases at this level?
Alex, frankly speaking, not at the current market price, because whatever the rally we have seen from 2023, almost 1,000 to 2,500 levels, now stock has retraced up to 61.8%. That is a very golden ratio we carry out on the technical front. And the stock has even the breakdown of that levels, which is a very cautious point on the technical front. I believe such kind of selling pressure is likely to be intensified in the near term as well, and might take a stocks towards to 1,400 levels. So I believe more 200 points corrections can be seen. So not to buy at the current market price, let the stock correct down more on a downside, and if it's find out a support nearby 1400 and so level, at that point of time, again you can take a review on this particular counter. Then we can definitely give the short signal to take a buy call or not. But at the current market price, my view is a little bit cautious on this particular stock.
All right, so that's the view coming in on CE Info Systems. The next counter is Reliance. Jyoti from Dubai wants to know the correct levels to enter Reliance. Swati, I'll stick with you for this one. Will this be the right point to enter Reliance? And if yes, what will be the stop loss as well as the targets?
Reliance as of now just is testing its previous supports, initial lows of 2024. So the stock has shown a very good kind of a retracement. Also the interesting fact that it is trading nearby the oversold zone. So more selling pressure cannot be witnessed in the near term. Once the Nifty manages to give the signs of the reversal, this counter will also show some sort of a positive momentum during the day. So as of now, definitely you can go for a long positions, but not the full-fledged position. Whatever the quantity you are planning to buy at least 20-30% at the current market price. If you're getting any dips towards to 1150 and so level, you can add on particular buy call. So definitely you can go for a buying purpose, but 20-30% I recommend it at the current market price.
Okay. All right. Sagar from Bengaluru has got a question for us. Sagar, good morning. How can we help you today?
Yeah, hi. Good morning.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, I want to wish happy birthday to Mahima, first thing.
Mahima?
Thank you so much, Sagar. Thank you so much, and a happy new year to you too.
Yeah, thank you. The thing is, I'm holding 100 shares of Nibe at the 1754 price range. So I want to I want to add more of it. So I want to make it till 500. So is the current juncture better to enter, or should I wait for more correction?
So this is a BSE listed company, 2,000 odd crore market capitalization. Can you help me, Sagar, as to how this caught your attention? It's in the defense and aerospace area. But how did you come across this company?
Yeah, I saw it on your channel itself. I think it was Sandeep Raina on the Nuvama Emerging Conclave that he mentioned. So that caught my eye. So my time horizon is the minimum 4 to 5 years. So I was thinking to put in more of it. So,
I'm glad. Okay, so you've gotten some insight. In fact, we have called the management also, and we've spoken to Nibe Limited. This is, I believe, they're Pune based. Mr. Chokalingam, do you have some perspective on this company? It's a BSE listed company. I understand it's small in the defense and aerospace space. Would you buy more, as Sagar intends to do?
I would not buy. Generally, I am nervous on companies which have a lot of purchase of stock and trade, and then the revenue build-up happens. So here also, if you see, majority of the sales are driven by purchase of stock and trade, and valuation also extremely rich. If you look at the PE on the current year earning. So I'm sorry, the stock I would not give even half of the current price as the fair value for the stock.
It's a fair point. So therefore, would you take money off the table then? Is that your advice, Mr. Chokalingam?
See, a lot of stocks are perception driven, so the investor has to take a risk. Fundamentally, definitely it's not worth, but then always there is upside risk because these kind of stocks are perception driven. So therefore, tactical upside is possible. So the investor has to decide whether to go by tactical calls or fundamental calls.
All right, that's the view coming in on Nib, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Nib. I'm not sure. But we have our next caller, Mehran from Udaipur is calling in. Mehran, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am,
yes, go ahead.
I have listed IPO of Unimech Aerospace.
Okay.
So I am wondering what should I do? I should hold it or sell it?
All right. First of all, congratulations on getting that allotment, because I believe the subscription was so high that you're one of those lucky people who've got the allotment. Mr. Chokalingam. Yeah, sorry.
Wow. You should buy a lottery ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'll go to Mr. Chokalingam. Mr. Chokalingam, do you have a coverage on Unimech Aerospace?
No, but I just saw the valuation.
Yeah.
So have a research view of sell the stock on every rise starting from today, because we have seen a lot of IPOs, they deputed premium. In the short term, they tend to move up because of the perceptions. So one can sell in phases as the stock moves up in the next 1 month or so.
Okay. Mehran, that was not actual advice. Please don't go out and buy lottery tickets. It was just that your luck is so great that if you throw darts, you will actually hit the bullseye, right? Hopefully that is the case for you as well. Thanks so much for calling. Rajesh from Kerala has got the next question. Amara Raja Batteries, he's bought at levels of 1,721 and he's been holding for the last 6 months. He's asking whether to keep it or sell it. Swati, on the charts, what's the perspective here?
The overall view is a little bit cautious in this particular counter. The stock has given the breakdown of the immediate support levels. Now looking towards the technical front, I believe 1100 is acting as a crucial support level. So by maintaining that stop loss, you can hold on the long positions, but a positive momentum can be seen if only above 1250 levels, if the stock manages to give a breakout of that level, which is provided by its sloping trend line resistance levels. Beyond that levels, definitely 1250, 1300 levels can be seen. So at the current market price, I will suggest to hold on by keeping a strict stop losses.
Okay. Harsh is calling us from Bengaluru. Harsh, good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Hi, morning Alex, and happy birthday Mahima.
Thank you so much, Harsh.
I am, so I'm holding 300 shares of Varun Beverages at 540 apiece. And I want to know what the 1 to 2 year horizon I can look at. So, if I should hold or sell. Also, I have a theory of a Friday night theory.
Okay.
Holding Zomato, Varun Beverages and Radico. So in 2024, I got some very good returns. Can I do something similar in 2025?
But I didn't understand. What is this Friday night theory?
Consumption of these things generally is consistent and increases every Friday. Yeah, so thought this group will do well in 2024.
Okay, like that. So weekend purchases go up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Maybe we can touch base down the line and I will be able to find out what this theory is in detail. But Mr. Chokalingam, I'm not sure if you've heard about this Friday theory, but certainly consumption seems to have gone up. A lot of people positive on Varun Beverages. Are you as well? He's bought at levels of 540 and so he's in the green. Should he buy more? Should he hold?
I have seen, sorry, in the last 33 years I have seen, a lot of investors sharing their experience in terms of Friday buying and also buying stocks before onset of summer, onset of rainfall, associated businesses. But making wealth is not that easy in the stock market. That's my personal view. So all the three stock names I heard, valuation comfort is not there, but the viewer would be better off listening to technical call rather than conservative value investors like me. So I don't want him to lose the opportunity on that technical, tactical basis.
So let me go across to Swati. Swati, you heard the names of the stocks. Varun Beverages is what I would want you to focus on though. What's the prospects from this point? He's bought at levels of 540. Hold or sell is the call that he's asking for.
Suggest to hold on this particular stock because from the last few months we are witnessing a very tight consolidation within the range of 550 to 650 levels, and the stock is on the verge of giving the breakout. And so even yesterday we have seen a very good amount of volumes breakout of 630 levels. Today we have seen a high of 662. I believe the way the chart structure is forming for a longer term horizon, definitely the stock can hit a target of at least 700 to 770 levels on the higher side. So you can hold on your long position. I would like to suggest you the stop loss of 600 rupees. As long as it sustains above that level, bounce back rally can be seen into the market. So it's a hold from my end with the stop loss of 600 rupees.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Varun Beverages. The next query is from Argha Datta, and she wants to know whether these are the correct levels to enter SBI. Swati, I'll stick with you for this one. How does SBI look on charts?
Whenever the market gives the correction, that gives an opportunity to take good quality counters into their portfolios. As of now, we are witnessing a very strong corrections. The stock is nearby its oversold zone. So definitely, if you are getting any dips towards to 750 or 780 levels, you can accumulate the SBI on every dips. Not to accumulate 100% at a one shot. Definitely 20-30% can be accumulated on every dip. So that kind of a strategy, if you applied into every correction whenever we witness a correction in the market, definitely your buying price will be at a good level. So yes, you can definitely go for a long position into SBI. Upside again, if we are witnessing some sort of a reversal, 850 to 900 levels can be seen very soon.
So that's the view coming in on SPI. We have our next caller, Sudhakar from Hyderabad is calling in. Sudhakar, thanks for calling in. How can we help you?
Yeah, madam. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much, Sudhakar, and a very happy new year to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam. I'm a senior citizen. Yeah. I would like to ask regarding SBI Life Insurance, madam.
Okay.
I have bought shares, 25 shares at 1859.
Okay.
I'm a loss at 25% loss. I wanted to shift, madam, because I have bought this based on the GST, whether GST would help it and all actually.
Got it.
So I bought it at a higher price.
Right.
Can you kindly advise me whether I should shift to some other share?
Right. Mr. Sudhakar, we had taken a query previously on SBI Life and Mr. Chokalingam clearly said that he will prefer HDFC Bank over SBI Life. So for you, that is the alternative counter. But if you want, you can ask a query on another counter because this query has already been answered.
I see. Then I will take up Updater Services Limited, madam.
Which Services Limited?
Updater Services, UDS.
Okay, UDS. Okay. And you want a long-term perspective on this?
Yes, madam. I have got 50 shares at 394.
All right. All right. Mr. Chokalingam, do you have a view on this particular counter, Updater Services?
I have never studied it.
All right. Swati, if you have a view on this, how does it look on charts?
Yes, Mahima, the chart looks really weak on the weekly as well as on the monthly chart because from the last 3 months, we are continuously witnessing a selling pressures whenever the stock has managed to hit a 430 all-time high levels. Now, I believe such kind of a profit booking is likely to be extended, which might take a stocks towards 350 and 340 levels on the downside. So I will suggest if you're getting any rise to your current market price or any move up to the 400 and 420, you should exit your long position, not to keep a hold for a longer term duration as such.
Okay, don't keep. So I believe, Sudhakar, you're still in the green on UDS. So there's still an opportunity to get out in the green. And thanks so much for calling. Pleasure having you on the show. Ajmera Realty is the name of the counter we're taking next. Sheelu is asking about this. Bought at levels of 600. Says that she missed the interview on the channel yesterday. You can still catch it on YouTube. I'd encourage you to go and do that. And she's making quite the gains right now based on the purchase that she's had. Mr. Chokalingam, on the long-term prospects of this, would you hold on to Ajmera Realty? The realty stocks have really been buzzing over the last couple of months.
It's a good company, but I firmly believe that the long-term story has already played out in terms of the market price. And therefore, I would maintain a sell call on Ajmera Realty.
Okay, so it's time to hit the rapid fire segment. Swati and Mr. Chokalingam, this is where we throw as many questions at you over the course of the next 2 minutes, and we would like to get a quick answer on this. So let me start with Bindu's question. She's asking about Canara Bank. She's entered at a price of 115. She's asking for an exit price. Swati, what level can she exit at?
She can exit at 100, 110 levels, but at the current market price, you should keep the stop loss of 97 and hold your long positions.
All right. Mazagon Docks is the next counter. The person has, Karunakar has entered at the current levels and he wants to know as to what would be the best time to exit the counter. Who? Karunakar. Swati. Okay, I'll take this with you, Swati.
My view is negative in this particular counter, has given breakdown of 20 DMA. So I will suggest to exit at the current market price because we might witness some sort of a deep towards to 2050 and so levels. So exit at the current market price.
Mr. Chokalingam, quick view on DMart, bought at levels of 3,800. Priyanshu wants to know, should he hold for the long term?
Yeah, hold it. It might take much longer to recover.
All right. The next counter is Praj Industries, whether it's the right time to accumulate Praj Industries or not. Swati, your view on Praj Industries on the charts?
But the long-term view is definitely positive, but shorter-term duration, the view is negative. You can take a buy call or a fresh buying can be accumulated within the range of 780 to 750 levels, but not at the current market price.
Mr. Chokalingam, KRN Heat Exchangers, Naumon wants to know, from the perspective of 1 to 2 years, would you buy at the current price?
Sorry, I never studied this company.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
All right. Balwant Modi wants to have a long-term view on Bharti Energy. Mr. Chockalingam, your view on the counter?
I would sell the stock.
Okay. Raymond Lifestyle, bought at levels of 2,400, can be held for the long term. Should you do so? Sonal wants to know. Mr. Chockalingam, what's the view?
I would maintain sell call on Raymond Lifestyle at current.
All right. LIC is the next counter. 12 months target, Swati.
Upside, I'm looking for a target of 700 and 740 levels. So definitely one should hold for a longer term horizon.
Okay. On that note, both Mr. Chockalingam as well as Swati, thanks so much for joining in and for answering all the questions. Wish you and your families, your teams a very, very happy new year.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of Ask Profit, the very last one of 2024. But we will be back in the new year. In fact, we'll be back tomorrow to take more of your questions. If you want to tune in and get first day, first show action in 2025, Ask Profit will be live. For now, Happy New Year to all of you tuning in, and do stay tuned. From Mahima and myself and the team that put this show together, thank you so much for watching. This is NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know Your Company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What's the picture behind presentations and claims? Is the outlook as rosy as the company claims? Know Your Company, powered by NDTV Profits Research, shines a light on the biggest stock market movers. Know Your Company at 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, only on NDTV Profit.
We set you up for the day's trade. 30 calls before the markets open on NDTV Profit.
Jubilant Food above a 600 level on Friday.
Wipro can be first trade to buy
all commodities, but in that Vedanta looks good.
Our experts give you the top stock ideas to prepare you for the day.
ICICI Lombard stocks hit the first target. It has given a very good momentum with good volume.
Don't miss the chance to make the right moves. Only on NDTV Profit, where winners are made before the bell rings. Headlines you start your day with. What matters worldwide is now in the palm of your hands. Get ready to seize the day and maximize your financial potential. Stay ahead of the curve with all you need to know on NDTV Profit.